Why commercial property insurance is changing fast. Here are the costs, risks, and what a business should do. Owning commercial property, let's face it, has never been easy in Florida. But right now, it's even more complicated than ever. Between rising insurance premiums and stricter carrier guidelines, and not to mention hurricanes every year, doesn't make the state attractive for insurance. Business owners like yourself are realizing that the policy that they bought 5 years ago may not be covering them. In this video, I'm going to break down the major trends that have been shaping the commercial property insurance in Florida for the past year, and what we can expect going into 2026. And most importantly, what you can do to protect your business and keep costs under control. So what's been happening for the past year? Insurance companies tightening up their requirements. Some carriers are leaving or have left the Florida marketplace altogether, and policyholders are being asked to prove that they know how to manage risk. We all know Florida is ground zero for natural catastrophes. Hurricanes, flooding, windstorm, and hail events are not just possible, they're annual events. And insurance companies are passing the bill to you. Higher premiums and stricter deductibles for coastal and flood-prone properties. And not to mention, replacement cost puts unnecessary pressure on construction companies, resulting in higher build-out costs. That has a direct effect on lumber, steel, and of course, labor. Rebuilding a damaged property costs way more than it did a couple years ago. And if your policy hasn't updated its replacement cost valuation in 3 years, you may be underinsured without even realizing it. The underinsurance problem has Florida business owners finding out way too late that their property are underinsured for far less than it costs to rebuild, resulting in penalties from the insurance company affecting anywhere from 30 to 50% of your payout. Insurance companies apply co-insurance penalties if your property is undervalued. That means you only get a fraction of your claim paid after a major loss. Risk modeling and data-driven underwriting has, you said it, carriers demanding more data just to get your property insured. It's just the kind of info that you'll be asked that you never asked before. If you can show strong risk management practices by the way of showing you have these things, you can get a fair rate. So which Florida businesses are affected? Restaurant owners, property investors, retail stores and office operators. These changes are not just industry talk, they're a direct impact. Whether you can renew your current coverage, or how much you'll pay in annual premiums, or whether a particular claim will actually affect my losses. To put it quite simply, ignoring these trends could cost you your business. So what should Florida property owners do right now? Here's how to stay ahead of the curve now going into 2026. Review your replacement cost and make sure it's adequate to today's reconstruction value. Get a current replacement cost by your agent. Do not assume the old numbers will still work. With rising building costs, you can be underinsured by 20 or even 30% and not even realize it. Check for underinsurance gaps. Compare your current policy limits with your actual rebuild costs. Talk to your broker to increase your coverage before you renew. Invest in risk mitigation. Florida insurance companies reward property owners that take prevention seriously. Leverage your risk modeling. Sounds complicated, but you can do it yourself. Document the safety measures and maintenance that you do on the property. Provide inspection reports, photos, and most importantly, have a water damage response plan. If your agent is not providing a water damage response plan, in the event that there's a ruptured pipe, you're leaving 5 to 10% of a credit off of the table. Having these measures in place can not only make you more attractive to an insurance company, but can get you paying at a far better rate than you were paying before. Work with a Florida specialist. Not all brokers and agents understand the unique challenges of the Florida property market. At Fortified Insurance Group, we live and work in this environment every single day. We know which carriers are open and the ones that are shrinking capacity, and how to structure coverage that makes sense for you. And here's my final thoughts. Commercial property in Florida is changing fast. Climate risk, building costs, and being underinsured should not keep you from paying a fair rate. The good news is, with the right strategy, you can protect your property and keep your costs under control. At Fortified Insurance Group, our job is to help you get there. If you're a Florida property owner and you're not sure that your current coverage is keeping up with you, let's talk. We'll audit your policy, identify coverage gaps, and help you negotiate better terms.